Welcome back to Living Your Best Life, the show where we explore the secrets to thriving in every aspect of your life. If you're a high achiever, you know that managing emotions isn't always easy. In fact, some of the very qualities that drive success can make it challenging to stay emotionally balanced. Today, we're diving into 5 common emotional challenges high achievers face, along with practical solutions to help you conquer them. Let's start with a big one, perfectionism. As high achievers, we often set incredibly high standards for ourselves. While this drive for excellence can lead to great results, it can also trap us in an endless cycle of self-criticism. We become so focused on getting everything just right that we sometimes lose sight of the bigger picture. Does that sound familiar? The solution? Shift from a perfectionist mindset to a growth mindset. Start by setting realistic, attainable goals and focus on progress over perfection. Celebrate small wins along the way. Remember, it's about getting better, not being flawless. Practice self-compassion and remind yourself that mistakes are simply part of the learning process. When you free yourself from perfectionism, you'll find that not only do you achieve more, but you enjoy the journey a lot more too. Next, we have the difficulty with vulnerability. High achievers are often seen as strong, confident, and capable. But that can make it hard to open up when things get tough. You might feel like you always need to have it all together, and showing vulnerability can feel like a weakness. However, bottling up emotions can lead to burnout, resentment, and even physical health issues. The key is to view vulnerability as a strength rather than a weakness. Start by opening up to a trusted friend, mentor, or therapist about how you're feeling. You don't have to share everything at once. Just taking that first step to express what you're going through can make a huge difference. By allowing yourself to be vulnerable, you're not only building deeper connections, but also giving yourself a chance to process and release emotions that might otherwise hold you back. The fear of failure. This one, a biggie for everyone who's driven by achievement. High achievers often equate their worth with their accomplishments. So the thought of failure can feel like a personal attack on their identity. The pressure to always succeed can be paralyzing and may prevent you from taking risks or pursuing new opportunities. The solution is to reframe your relationship with failure. Think of it as a feedback rather than a verdict. Try journaling about a past failure and list everything you learned from it. Embrace the mindset that failure is simply a stepping stone to success. By viewing it as an opportunity to grow, you'll not only reduce the fear, but also become more resilient and willing to take on new challenges. High achievers are notorious for overcommitting. We want to take on every project, say yes to every opportunity, and sometimes even stretch ourselves beyond our limits. But constantly being on can lead to burnout, which has serious emotional and physical consequences. The fix here is to learn the art of saying no and setting boundaries. Take time to identify your priorities and let go of the rest. Delegate when possible, and remember that your value isn't based on how much you accomplish in a day. Building a regular time for rest, relaxation, and self-care isn't a luxury, it's a necessity for sustainable success. By protecting your time and energy, you'll be able to give yourself the best to the things that matter the most. And last but not least, let's talk about imposter syndrome. High achievers often struggle with feelings of inadequacy, constantly questioning whether they're truly deserving of their success. You might find yourself waiting for the other shoe to drop off or feeling like a fraud despite all your accomplishments. The solution? Remind yourself of your achievements and hard work that got you there. Keep a success journal where you record your wins, big and small. Whenever these imposter feelings creep in, take a moment to read through it and remember that your accomplishments are real. Also share your experiences with others. You'll likely find that many of your peers have felt the same way. Imposter syndrome loses its power when you recognize that it's a shared experience. So, there you have it. 5 emotional challenges that high achievers face and powerful strategies to overcome them. By shifting from perfectionism to progress, embracing vulnerability, redefining failure, setting healthy boundaries, and combating imposter syndrome, you can become not only a more silent high achiever, but a happier one too. If you found these tips helpful, please subscribe, leave a review, and share this episode with a friend who might need a little emotional boost today. And remember, emotional mastery is a journey, not a destination. Keep taking those small steps, and you'll see big changes over time. Until next time, stay inspired and keep thriving.